G'day, Mike Rhodes from AgencySavvy.com here. And in this series of videos, I want to talk to you about remarketing strategy. And I'm going to try this a little differently. Rather than turn all these documents into slides, instead I'm going to walk you through the document, point out the relevant pieces, highlight the bits I really want you to get, and then give you the 3 documents. Why not, hey? Better than I've spent so much time trying to turn these documents into slides. Let's just use the documents. Duh. So we're going to talk about remarketing strategy. And in these videos, I'm going to talk about e-commerce, but I'm going to make it general enough that you can apply these ideas and the thinking and the questions to a lead generation site. But lead generation sites are hugely different depending on the funnel that you're using. And so unless I gave you 28 different examples of different lead gen websites, I don't think one lead gen example will be particularly useful. So I'm going to start with e-commerce. We'll go from there. Now, the purpose of this document is to obviously walk through the strategy, but to give you a repeatable process that you can use over and over again, to give you the questions to ask yourself, to ask of your data, to help design a probably not the perfect remarketing strategy, because every situation is different, but to get you most of the way there by answering just a few simple questions and to make that process repeatable so you can do it over and over again. And so that you can communicate the value that you're adding to your client. Too often I find agencies will do amazing work, but do all of that over here hidden from the client and not really communicate the value that they are adding to that business, which means the client doesn't really understand what you do. And if they don't understand what you do, they can't value it, which means they at some point probably don't want to pay for it anymore. Or you're just going to be a replaceable vendor that they can go swap out for somebody else, usually somebody a bit cheaper, or somebody that comes in and sells hard and has lots of sizzle, but not really any stake. And you're doing great work, but the person that can sell better, that can communicate value better, can get the work. I've seen a bunch of businesses, a bunch of good agencies struggle with that in the past. So we're going to create something I call the remarketing grid, a concept I came up with about 5 years ago that's still the best way I can visualize or help share a remarketing strategy so that you can share this with your client, you can demonstrate the value, and you can use it as an internal tool as well to help you plan out what you're going to do with remarketing for a client. You can hand this off to somebody on your team to help you build out the account so that you can do the thinking and then somebody else can do the building and the managing of the account if you so choose. And this strategy will work across any remarketing tool, any remarketing platform, but I'm far, far more familiar with Google than I am with the others. And we're going to use some Google Analytics data in here as well. So I'm just going to stick to Google. There are ways to effectively recreate this strategy on those other platforms, but I'm not the Facebook expert at all, so I'm not going to go there. So we're going to cover Google Ads and Google Analytics in this series of videos.